What's going on? What's happening, fellas? Let's get right into it. So if this is your first time watching one of my videos and you're new to my channel, the purpose of my channel is to help you become a top tier man, be the best version of yourself, and ultimately live a fulfilled life. As men, life is very, very hard, fellas. It's very, very hard. But as a man, you are built for the challenge. There's nothing as a man that you will face that you cannot handle if you develop the right habits and qualities to get through it. If you can develop these qualities and habits, you will be more successful with women, with money, with business and fitness and overall life. So today we're going to talk about attractive masculine traits that all women absolutely love. All right, so nowadays, some women are going to tell you that they don't like these traits because we live in a world of feminism. Feminism has spread all across to every single nation, some more than others. But there are traits that men carry that women, no matter if they're a feminist, no matter if they're conservative, I don't care what their views are, they can't resist these traits, fellas. Trust me on that, all right? So we're going to go through a few of them. I want you guys to take out your mental pens and pads so you can take notes because it's about to get real. Let's get right into it. All right, so the first attractive masculine trait that men have that women absolutely love is being assertive and direct. All right, being assertive and direct, knowing what you want and saying exactly what that is. This is something that a lot of men fail to learn how to do. Okay, fellas, if you want to be perceived as a masculine man, you have to be assertive and direct. This is a behavior and a trait that a lot of people shun nowadays because when you know what you want and you are absolutely deliberate about what you want, you might intimidate a lot of people because the truth about it is a lot of people, especially men, are not decisive about the things that they want out of life. Okay, they're not sure about these things. They haven't sat down, took the time, spent hours analyzing their own life and realizing what they actually want. As a man, you are the protector and the provider. And what women typically look for in men is leadership. It's not actually you being direct and assertive. It's about leadership. Okay, men lead, women follow. But if you can't be assertive and direct about the things that you want, if you can't be decisive about these things, it's going to be very difficult for a woman to follow you. A lot of men today in 2024 complain about women not following, women not being submissive, women not following their lead. Fellas, it is hard, almost impossible for anybody to follow your lead. Okay, or to get under your wing if you're not direct and assertive about what you want. All right, it's like that classic example when you and your girl in a car and you ask her what she want to eat. She tells you she's hungry and you ask her what she wants to eat. 99% of the time, guys, we all know this. Women never know what they want to eat. Never. It is almost impossible for you to ask a woman what would she like to eat and she give you a direct answer. This is where your job comes into play. You have to have a decision. You have to have an end goal. You have to have an answer for any problem, situation, or choice in your life. So if your girl don't know what she wants to eat, you need to instantly come up with a spot to eat. What this shows the woman is you're assertive, you're direct, you're decisive. Women love this, fellas. Women love this. When I'm out with women, I ask them what they want to eat, not because I want to answer from them, but I learned the game. I just want to show them that I'm direct and assertive and I know what I want. So when I ask them what they want to eat and they don't tell me, I come up with a place instantly. Why? Because, and to be honest, I don't even ask women what they want to eat anymore. I just come up with a place. I just put up to the location and they enjoy it. Why? Because women love assertive men. Women love men with a plan. Women love men who are direct about what they want. So fellas, you got to start being decisive in your own life. Okay, whatever you want in life, you need to make a decision on the things that you want. Okay, because other people are going to see that decisiveness and you're going to attract other people, especially women. All right, even in business situation, fellas, if you're not assertive and direct, you are not going to get what you want. And the thing about being direct, okay, this is what a lot of men fear. They fear if they're direct, they're going to scare off people, that they're going to intimidate or offend people. Fellas, If you're direct with somebody, especially a woman, you might slightly offend her a bit because women are not used to men being direct about what they want. But you're going to turn her on. The attraction level will be much higher if you're direct about the things that you want. So let's say if you're talking to a woman and all you want out of her is sex, be direct about that. Don't be a slob and just say, oh, I just want to sleep with you. But when she asks you, what do you want? What are you pursuing? What do you want from her? Be direct about it. Be direct that you just want to have some fun. Or be direct that you want to have a relationship if that's your goal. All right, fellas. But if you playing, you beating around the bush and you telling the woman you want a relationship, but really your end goal is just sex, and she finds that out, she's gonna lose respect for you. Even if your end goal is just sex, if you're straight up about that at the beginning, she's gonna have a lot more respect for you and a lot more attraction for you. All right, fellas, this is a misconception that a lot of guys have fell into. They feel like they got to play this little guessing game and trick women into getting them in the bed or getting a relationship with them. No, fellas, that is what women do. That is manipulative behavior that women do. Okay, fellas, you cannot be like this. You have to be direct. And if you're direct with a woman about what you want and she's not giving you play, or she rejected you, or she's not agreeing to it, oh well, bro, like I always say, there's billions of women out there. All right, fellas, so be direct about what you want. Be assertive. Be decisive about the things that you want in your life. All right, so the next attractive masculine trait that women love is ambition and diligence. Fellas, I cannot tell you the amount of women that I have heard say that they absolutely love hardworking men. This is something that all women can agree with, even feminists. Even feminists love hardworking men. All right, feminists love, even, I don't care, bro, any woman walking this planet, if she had a choice between a lazy man and an ambitious man, she would pick the ambitious man. And it's not solely for the fact of money. It's the fact of survival and protection. Because you being ambitious as a man, what it innately, naturally, biologically shows a woman that she can trust you to lead her and her family. She can trust you that when bad things happen, you're going to come through. She can trust you that no matter what happens in life, you're going to find out a way to make it happen. This has been biologically proven. All right, it has a lot to do with hypergamy. Women want men who can take care of them. This is how we were created as human beings. Okay, I know a lot of men, they complain about gold diggers. They complain about women only wanting men for money. Yes, there are a lot of gold diggers out there, fellas, a lot of them, but you got to be wary of them. And really, to be honest, if you've been in the game, all right, and you're a man and you over at least the age of 25, you have encountered enough women to where you understand how to detect a gold digger. So that shouldn't even be a problem for you. Like, you can tell when a woman is being a gold digger, because like I said, women like to act. Okay, when they want a man, they will act. But in the midst of that acting, that posing as somebody else, it is not hard to tell when a woman is a gold digger. So that shouldn't be your problem. It's easy. Just listen to the things that she says. If she's always talking about your job, or she's always talking about money, or she's always talking about going out and spending money, she's probably a gold digger. Okay, but that's not even a problem. The problem is a lot of men, they complain that women want men who are ambitious. Fellas, this is something that you cannot get around. A lot of guys make the excuse of women being gold diggers and they only want men for money just so they can be lazy and not become the best version of themselves and not work hard. Fellas, even if a woman is not your priority right now, you still have to work hard. You still have to be ambitious for yourself. It is very competitive for men out here today, fellas. In 2024 has probably been or is the most competitive year for men. Everybody wants to start a business. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur, or everybody wants to make six figures. Everybody wants to be successful. So you got to get on it, fellas. You got to get to work. And as a result, you're going to get more women because women want the top players. Part of your rating and sexual marketplace value as a man is being ambitious. It's hard work. It's your success. and women love it. Fellas, this is one of the things that women love about men. Just like we love the beauty about women. There's a saying that says women are beauty and sex objects. And there's another saying that men are success objects. There is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing feminist about that. There's no toxic masculinity about that. That is what it is. All right. And I just want to touch on this toxic masculinity thing, fellas. Just a little side note. Toxic masculinity does not exist. There is no such thing as toxic masculinity. The only thing that exists is masculinity, because every single one of these traits that I'm talking about, if you do this to the extreme, which you should be aiming for, people are going to call it toxic masculinity. You know what I'm saying? Every single thing that people label as toxic masculinity, these ironically are the things that women actually love about men, fellas. This is what bugs my mind. This is what's crazy about this whole toxic masculinity thing. Okay, fellas, because everything, like I said, that women call, or feminists or beta males call toxic masculinity, those are the things that people look for in times of trouble, in times of lack, in times of need, in times of despair, when there's war, when there's chaos. These are the things that women look for. Why? Because these are natural masculine traits that all men should have. But as the years have gone on, they're slowly dying away. And we all know that. All right. Let's move on to the next point. The next masculine trait that women find very, very attractive, fellas, is going to be you being intolerant. Okay. You being intolerant to disrespect, to nonsense, to wasting time, to complaining, to childishness. Okay. You got to be intolerant, fellas. Intolerant. I know we all as men, we either had a teacher or a coach who is very, very intolerant for bullshit. We all know that guy. For me, I had a coach named Coach Carter, and he was very intolerant for any bull crap. No wasted time. Dude, if you didn't cross the line, we were running sprints. If you didn't cross the line at full speed, you were running 5 extra laps, G. That's how intolerant he was. He didn't care who you were, whether you were the backup on the team, the water boy, or whether you were the star player with the D1 scholarship. Coach Carter did not care. And Coach Carter was a very, very, very masculine man. If you look at all of the men or women who are very intolerant, they're usually very masculine. And people may not like these people at the beginning. You're actually going to hate these type of men. Okay, guys, but I always say a woman does not have to love you for you to get the best out of a woman. She does not. She does not have to love you, but she has to respect you. And when you are intolerant about the right things, or the wrong things, should I say, you will be respected. When you don't tolerate disrespect, when you don't tolerate people talking to you any kind of way, when you don't tolerate laziness, when you don't tolerate mediocrity, people may not like you. They may hate your guts, fellas, but they will respect you. They will respect you 100%. My grandfather, who everybody in the family respected, very masculine man, he was very intolerant to a lot of things. Very intolerant to a lot of things. Like, he knew when his grandkids, us, the kids in his house, he knew when we were just making loud noises for no apparent reason. Like, if we were having fun, just being kids, he let it be. But when we were deliberately trying to cause trouble or make noise or irritate him or irritate my grandmother, he shut it down. He shut it down. He hated when the boys used to cry about nonsense. He hated when we used to complain. He didn't tolerate lying. He didn't tolerate disrespect. He didn't tolerate tardiness when we were supposed to be in certain places at certain times. Like, he was just very intolerant. But people respected him to the core. Like, nobody disrespected my grandfather, and nobody lacked respect for my grandfather. All right. As a real masculine man, bro, you got to face it. People are not going to like you. And this is why I think the fall of masculinity, part of it has come from, is men just want to be liked. They want to be accepted. They want to be people pleasers. That is not a masculine trait. Being a very masculine man, as I said, people are not going to like you. Great example that I can think of right now is Dan Pena. Dan Pena is probably the most intolerant man you will ever meet. Y'all go ahead and look up Dan Pena. Just go look at one of his 2-minute talks. Dude is a straight up savage. I cannot name a soul that doesn't have respect for Dan Pena. I don't even know if anybody is bold enough not to respect Dan Pena. That's how masculine he is. And I guarantee you, bro, any woman that he encounters, she will respect him and she will find him very attractive. Like I said, there are some feminists that are not going to like this trait. Okay, because feminists want to run the game. Feminists want to be leaders, so they don't really like this. And feminists want to do certain things that it ain't really too good. It's kind of degenerate. You know what I'm saying? Feminists nowadays. I'm going to do another video on where this whole feminist red pill stuff came from. But today's feminists, they don't want men to be intolerant. They want men to tolerate anything. Okay, and another thing about you being intolerant, this is going to go against social norms. A lot of the propaganda today that is spread around wants men to be tolerant to a lot of things that they should not be. You know what I'm saying? Like another example that I could give you is during COVID. Bro, during COVID, I was very intolerant to nonsense. I wasn't taking a shot. By the way, I do not have a vaccine for all you guys who was wondering about this stuff because I don't believe in it. You know, I'm very intolerant to false propaganda. And we all know the truth behind COVID, you know. So anybody who talked about that stuff in my presence while it was going on, bro, I shut the conversation down. I didn't want to hear about it. Don't talk to it about me. Don't bitch about it around me. I don't want to hear it. Don't talk about no injections or no jabs or no nothing. Don't talk to me about it. All right, guys, just don't talk to me about it. That's how I was about that, okay? So you got to be very intolerant about things. Okay, when women disrespect you, you cut them off. And actually, bro, you got to understand, women love when you cut them off when they're being disrespectful. One of the things that women actually hate and repulsed by is for a man to keep taking them back after she keeps disrespecting him. Women hate that. They may take you back. They may act like they respect you or admire you or appreciate you for taking them back after the disrespect, but inevitably it's not going to work. They're going to keep disrespecting you. All right, guys. Like I said, in order for you to get and keep women, they do not have to like you. They have to respect you. All right. I don't think any woman that's ever been with me really liked me. You know what I'm saying? Because I did and said a lot of things that was against their beliefs, but they respected me. That's why they stayed with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't try to win their favor. I didn't try to people please. I didn't try to say and do things just to get on their good side. I spoke the truth. And a result from that is I got respect. Okay, and attraction levels stayed high because I was true to myself. And the last thing, the last attractive masculine trait that men have that women love, and I kind of touched base on this, is being protective, being very protective. All right, let me give you guys an example about this. Let's say you're in a relationship or you're dating a woman. All right, and she's dressed and she wants to go out with friends, all right, on a girls' night, and she's dressed very provocative, very skimpy, a lot of skin showing. And you tell her you don't think it's a good idea that she dressed like that. I mean, her going out and having girls' night, I don't recommend you being in a relationship with a woman who even does that. But let's say it happens. Let's say you're just dating and you tell her, hey, I don't think it's a good idea. You know, you're going out late, which I might be okay with, but I don't think it's a good idea that you're dressed that way going out with you being in a relationship, okay? A real woman will respect that and go change her clothes. And also, she will find it very attractive by you that you were man enough, especially, but you were protective enough to let her know and to let her know why you don't want her dressing like that. Now, these women these days, these 304s, they going to talk back. They going to tell you ain't nothing wrong with it. They going to tell you insecure, whatever. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about real quality women. Okay, and you being protective like this, although she might give you a little pushback because she's not used to it and she's used to dealing with beta males who won't call her out, she might give you a little pushback. But the end result is she's going to respect you more and she's going to be much more attracted to you because, one, you're assertive like I mentioned earlier and you're not afraid to tell her what's up. And two, you're protective in a good way. You're not insecure about it, but you're protective and you're letting her know, look, I don't want other men hitting on you like that. I don't want you to put yourself in a stupid situation where you're dressed half naked around drunk, thirsty men who only want sex and who probably have bad intentions. Okay, real women will understand this, and it will be much more attractive to you by it. Okay, and another thing on a protective point, when you can be protective of your woman or of a woman, especially in a public scenario, it is very attractive to the woman. Okay, let's say you walking with your girl and some man decides to call her out her name or disrespect her or bump into her without saying excuse me. If you call that man out and you let him know, hey bro, can you say excuse me to the lady? All right, or you check a man for disrespecting your woman, or you call a man out for treating your woman bad in public or something like that. That will raise a woman's attraction through the roof. Now, I'm not telling you should go ahead and pick fights with men just to try to turn your girl on. All right, that ain't wise. You don't go around just because a man look at your girl ass, now you want to throw hands with the dude. I'm not talking about that. That is very unwise. Don't ever do that, because that's going to actually make you look like a simp, just picking fights with men just to, impress her. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if it's a legitimate situation where she's actually disrespected or harmed by another male. That's what I'm talking about. And if you can protect her in that situation, and I'm not talking about actually protecting her life, like fighting or anything like that. I'm talking about just protecting her honor as a woman. Because I don't believe in disrespecting women. So if I'm out with my girl and some man disrespect her, I'm going to defend her. That's just my role as a man if I'm with a woman. Okay, and women love this, fellas. Women love this. A lot of guys don't do this nowadays because they're cowards, and they rather let another man disrespect a woman so they don't look like a simp versus standing up and being a man. This is something that is lacking in our society today from men. All right, guys. So like I said, a lot of these traits that I'm telling you today, feminists are going to tell you that they're bad. All right, a lot of women today with feminist ideologies, even though they're not feminists, they still have feminist ideologies. They're going to go against some of these things, But when it comes down to it, when everything hits the fan, okay, and the fire starts, these are traits that women look for in men, masculine traits that women look for in men. I know today there's all these different versions of masculinity and what a real man is. I am telling you guys about age-old masculine traits that are still relevant today. All right, fellas, I appreciate you guys for tuning in today. It's your boy KD. If you haven't liked the video, please hit the like button. If you haven't grabbed my top tier charisma fragrance, go ahead and shoot me a DM on Instagram to get that. And also, you can hit me up on Instagram for a one-on-one coaching call. My job is to help you guys become top tier men, the best version of yourself, and live a fulfilled life. All right, fellas, thanks for tuning in again. We out of here, baby.